22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Darnold looking to start with a pass. Dancing to his left. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's good for 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he's flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, it's Hampton, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now it's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Darnold. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Darnold. Finding Pickens for another catch. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now this one finds McConkey. Only able to gain a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To the air again, Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And his kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Recovered by the receiving team.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he and that'll fall incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Three 0 after one on EA Sports.
With the score, Chargers 3, Raiders 0.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a give right side. Hampton, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
To throw is Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Oh, and that is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown. 3rd and 2. Back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. First carry for Najee Harris. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, Rodgers. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Darnold. That one complete to McConkey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards there for number 15. Darnold now to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. Now a deep one for Johnston. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, in the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. Here is third down and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Rodgers to throw once more. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Now it's Darnold. Now this one finds McConkey. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Darnold. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Rodgers now to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Back to throw, Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. And he's got it. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right at the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. Out, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, you had one job. All right, you knew what you had to get done. You knew where you wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
Now Rodgers. Out to his left. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And they'll get him down up past the 15. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Rodgers to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short game. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
And they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henry. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. What a big-time interception that is here on the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, they're already knocking on the door with a short field. Remember, all they need is 3 points to win this game.
And that thinking just can't limit them on offense. The playbook should still be wide open. Get a first down, maybe 2. Do it safely. Nice throws that your quarterback can make. Nice runs that your running backs like. But make sure you get yourself into position and let your kicker have at it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Harris running straight ahead. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Hampton. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Now Darnold with his first throw of OT. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Now Darnold. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Darnold to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. All right, well, they didn't kick it on second down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Boye Mafe. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So an interception on one side and then an interception on the other. So both quarterbacks, Charles, with turnovers here in overtime.
So apparently one good defensive play deserves another. Both sides coming up big in overtime. Both getting interceptions, trying to set up their teams to score and win the game.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get in overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing is Rodgers. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. So it's a win here for the Raiders. And we've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for Las Vegas, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for